Hello, hello. I'm going to double check that my Minecraft stream stuff is working before I swap over to that. If I can click on the right thing. Hello, brain. Brain? Okay, it's a little laggy, but it worked. That's fine. So we may be hopping between two of my single player worlds while we work on this, because I did not bring over stuff from my super flat world yet. Where am I? That's not the right spot. That's almost the right spot. I'll just go up. Good enough. I'm also going to turn off shaders for now, just because I'm not sure how Axiom plus stream is gonna run, especially since I'm going to need to do this. Immediately, OBS is like, encoding overloaded. Alright. So I am going to estimate that I'm going to be building starting around here. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Because I think that's going to be the center section, roughly. Void will be up here somewhere. And then, insanity is going to ensue. I'm not sure how much of this I need to clear out, so we're just gonna go a little ham. Yes, I am the one who is making the abyssal cradle. Also, hi, Dirk noises. Just gonna do a little bit of that. Oh god, that doesn't get rid of the mangrove roots, really? Ew. I can't believe that doesn't get rid of the mangrove roots. All right, well, in that case, this will overlap a little bit, but that's fine because I want to save myself some sanity. So I'm gonna need it for everything else I'm gonna do. Mangrove roots. Replace with air. Thank you. Did I not make the selection box high enough? I did not. Okay. The tried and true Arden did not make a high enough selection. I'm gonna have so many mangrove roots once all is said and done. What a mess. Hello, Lombre. I might regret that, or was it fine? Oh, that was fine. Hello, water? There we go. I'm doing it because it's gonna bug me if I don't. Hello, frog. And also Pokemon. I should probably turn off spawns. I thought I had. All right, so... All right, now funny things are going to happen. We'll pick, what block level do I want to pick? I'll go like 2 blocks up from the water. That should be fine. We are going to mess with the elevation. We are going to flatten down, and we're going to make this. You know what? I will be good. I won't make it a huge brush, because if I do, bad things are going to happen. I should also make a copy of the Gimme Gold Tower real quick. Because I am going to try and preserve the Gimme Gold Tower. I'm going to build a custom one in the same spot. Cut. All right. And we'll find out if flatten down affects that up there, because I actually don't know. So we're gonna select this. Yeah, a lot of stuff is going to go with what I'm working on, but there's some stuff that I'm going to attempt to preserve. I may actually increase the rate on this brush. I need a more flat area to work with. I might bring some of the terrain back in, but there's things that need to happen that are not going to be easy with this stuff in the way. Which I can probably keep some of that. this is as far as I'm willing to come over on this side. I'd rather just stop at this river, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, I need to see if... Okay, good. Flatten down does not affect that if it's flying. Oh. Goodbye, lava. Oh boy. I have this really cool idea of having it look like the biomes are getting like sucked into my biome, but that's gonna be a task to pull off. I'm probably gonna have to make a second copy of this world. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to do that real quick. Actually, no, I don't want to do it to that point. I want to do it to this point. No, I want to do it to this point. Okay. And then I'm going to copy a good chunk of this. I'm not gonna make it too large because I crashed my Minecraft last time I did that. Duplicate. We'll see if I crash it again. Oh, no, we're fine. Just move it over here for now. It's not clipping right. It is magic, yeah. It's gonna lag while it pastes it, of course. Because that was 6.2 million blocks and now it has to update the lighting. Phrase time. Yeah, we'll do that. And then that's fine. Yeah, at least 2 blocks being pasted. All right. The 100 render distance is struggling, but it's fine. Everything is fine. So we're gonna lower all of that again. I can click on the right thing. Yeah, that. Yes, yes. And I want to, you know what, we'll do it on this level. Whee! And if you see any lag, don't worry, it was probably me and not you. Pause weather, clear. There we go. I might preserve some of these cave entrances, but we'll see. We'll see where things land and what tools I have to use. It moved the dead bushes down? Okay. Oh, and it moved the berry bushes down too. That's interesting. I didn't know it did that. It doesn't move the lava down though. You've always wanted to make a large-scale biome, but making a bunch of custom trees / foliage has always scared you off a little bit. So for one thing, we've decided on the server that I'm probably clinically insane, which y'all will see why on Duck stream next week, probably. I might stream alongside depending on what day things happen. But things have been happening. But also Axiom helps just so much. Yes, Control Z is amazing. Or / undo if you're using World Edit. Okay, I think this is enough space to start with. We can definitely start with this. I need to make sure that I don't extend to ground. Probably. Actually, do these go anywhere? Like, are these just small caves that I should fill in, or? It's funny you say Pale Garden because I was originally going to make like 20+ custom pale trees. Oh, I hate this cramped crap. That's awful. What about this one? Whee. Oh, it almost connects to something. Almost. What I'm learning is I can probably just not care about the majority of these cave entrances. And if people want to go down there, that's between them and Arceus. It's still kind of strange to me that people see me as a mentor to be so real, because I started learning Axiom on Cobblemon Origins. Great, we are going to do some very obnoxious colors. We're going to model our terrain out of yellow wool, and we're going to make it solid so that I don't make the mistake that I did last time. That is true, Sai. I did just kind of take Axiom and go with it. Especially with the tree obsession that happened. Oops. I did not mean to draw yet. Okay. We're going to make some tide pools first using the ellipsoid tool, and I'm going to go with... we'll go with 33 for the radius. And we're going to go with only 3 for the height. We're turning noisiness all the way up. And I unfortunately did not save the preset that made the terrain I liked, so we're going to have to experiment with this some. And then extended ground. Let me look at these caves again real quick. Do you go anywhere? Almost. You almost go somewhere. What about this one? Not really. Okay. Okay, that one technically goes to the ruined nether portal, I guess. So we can be careful of that one, but the rest of these look like they're mostly dead ends. Dead ends are otherwise really annoying to deal with. Oh, is that a... Oh, huh. Oops. Alright. Well, now I know that's there. Whee! I definitely just broke a random block, but that's fine. So we'll try to preserve that. I'm gonna preserve that ruined nether portal because I might actually use it because I think it's cool that it's underground. And then... I may try to preserve this just because I think it's a cool cave. I don't know how much of this will survive. Probably not much of any, but we shall see. All the builds combined are going to be very large. Right. Do I like this pattern? Nope. What about higher noise radius? Better, kind of. What about lower radius? It's too smooth. Okay, what if we try... Maybe it's better. What about... Ah, okay, there we go. That's looking better. What about 19? Okay, I am liking that better, but it might be a little too much. We'll try 15. Let's see. Don't mind you. Oh, that's super fair. Actually, I'm going to do that slightly differently. I am going to turn on extended ground because when I go over these, I'm going to want them filled. So I'll just be careful of those spots that I like. All right, we're gonna see how that looks. For anyone who doesn't know what extended ground does, it kind of does what it says on the tin. So as you can see, the yellow wool has gone fully into some of these areas. Which I'm gonna do this one. Oh, did that go up? I don't want it to go up. Okay, that's better. I don't like the one block hole there. Are there any others? No? Okay. I don't like that hole. That hole can also go. And so can this one. Oh boy. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna select there. And then back there. I'll do that. And I'm gonna replace the stone with mud. I may do that for the sand on the granite and whatnot too. But I also might not. I might replace the further back stuff with deep slate. Because I have so much deep slate that I can't turn into anything because I silk touched it. Alright. I'm gonna show y'all a cool trick. It's called auto shade. And we're gonna see how it looks like with some of the custom stuff, just because I want to make sure. Sure, we'll go with that one. I don't think I'm gonna auto shade. I think I'm gonna do the noise painter instead, but I need to see color that's not yellow. Okay, that is better. All right, there There is a structure that I should grab real quick from my super flat world, so I will let you see that. 'Cause yeah, my problem with auto shade on that specifically is that it isn't using the full gradient, so I swapped to using Noise Painter for that specifically. I like auto shade on some of the mountains though. I'm gonna guess that my super flat world is gonna be laggier, but we'll see. Alright. Where am I going? Oh yeah, fun fact. This is what I used to think the size of my build was gonna be. Is just this mountain here. I thought that was gonna be my entire build. Which, if the map will load. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you, Sai? Oh, there we go. So my original mountain here, like, it's not like, it's not small, but it's also not big enough. So we went from that to, where is it? To this. Which, I did use the, So this was that original small mountain I made that I've since altered to be a mostly destroyed structure. Also, I placed all of this water because I didn't know about the fix water command yet. So all of this water was manually placed with a bucket. And then you can see a bunch of my custom trees that I've worked on. Because originally there was going to be a forest over there somewhere. Not anymore. Oh yeah, and this is how I built my dome. I built it out of wool initially. The smaller version of that is at the Abyssal Cradle. And then I was trying to figure out textures. Which, I didn't realize how big this was when I made it. So this may be an unofficial gym once I actually build this version of it. I may turn this into an arena. And then, let's see. What other crazy shenanigans did I get up to over here? Anything? Oh. I need to turn on no clip. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Oh yeah, this is all solid. which I thought was a mistake. So I hollowed it out later. But unfortunately, being solid was a good thing. So that's why I'm redoing all of my terrain. But we went from that to this one. Because I was like, oh, you know, once this isn't blocked off with wool or concrete, the water should be flowing out, and this is an infinite water source in the lore. So the water should just go. So I'm gonna have to place a lot of water when I build the eventual final version of this. But then Void's computer crashed. Or Minecraft crashed trying to paste this into creative. And we were like, oh, probably needs to be smaller. So then I started trying to make it smaller. Which is why there's just a bajillion copies everywhere. And then it got large again. So I'm just committing to custom biome. Which this is unfortunately hollow. And I will actually turn shaders on for a second to get the brightness. So unfortunately, because of the way I changed the size of this, there's like a lot of mess of unnecessary blocks in here. Like a lot. So I can't even get an accurate required block count on this anymore. And I actually am going to do the interior of the mountain. So, I'm going to grab things and just redo the terrain on my other single player. My favorite Pokemon is actually a really hard one. It was Vulpix for the longest time. It was like a toss-up between Vulpix, Dratini / Dragonair. Like when I played Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, my in-game team was 6 Dragonairs as a kid, so... I do like me the noodle. But I also really like the Dreepy line, the Applin line, Munchlax and Snorlax. Oh, are these my coral? Or not coral, but ooh, yes they are. Oh, but I don't want it split in half, do I? I have a really good Dragapult on Origins at the moment. Is all of this solid? Below diamond blocks from that. Huh. Those are clearly leftovers from something, sure. I don't want to copy this one because I didn't do the land yet. Is this one still solid? Crap. Save backups of what you do, people. Don't be like me. I'm trying to recall if these are oriented the right way or if I rotated these. Okay, these are the originals. They're just rotated the wrong way. In that case, I am going to yoink. If I press the right button. I pressed Alt instead of Shift. I'm gonna get these aligned on the same level. If I can. Hello? Do that. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna copy. And then it's gonna lag. Copy. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to save that as a schematic. Yeah, schematic real quick. So my area is not themed around a particular type. You know, I'm gonna change that to dashes just in case it messes up the file. And it's going to the wrong folder. I'll save it there anyway and just copy the path. Bum, bum, bum. But as far as the theming goes, the theming is more around like the dark side of nature. So like both death and the more magical fantasy stuff, which is one of the reasons that I've got crystals in this tree, for example, which, oops, let me turn my speed down. I'm going to be building more crystals around. This is technically supposed to be like an ice crystal. I didn't put many light sources in it because I wanted the glow to be more dim. But I'm gonna be smart and turn my shaders back off before going over to the other single player world. And I'll turn time of day back to noon. I need to open up another drink. Oh, I never poured my tea. I'm silly. Good thing it's a kettle, so it's still hot. So I will yap at y'all and pour tea real quick. Yeah, the distortion of nature theme is really fun. My VTuber lore, and to an extension, my character lore for Origins is very Eldritch themed. But I don't want to go too heavy into like the direct horror stuff. I want to just go into more like strange and unsettling side of it. Because I really like the aesthetics, for lack of a better term, of like Eldritch horror and cosmic horror. I keep telling Sai to stop me from doing build stone stuff in my area to make it creepier. Also, I logged back into the same server. Whoops. I do that all the time. Do it anyway. Yeah, earlier I was talking about doing the like build stone eyes down in like the tide pools, so that when people fly over, it's like they're being watched by the terrain. But also, with how big of an area this is going to be, that would be probably too much. Because if this goes, for example, if this goes like the builds I was just showing y'all on creative, or my other creative server, the build will go from like here all the way to the ocean, which is down here, because that's the current size of my terrain, is that it went all the way down there. Yeah, I could do it in some of the pools. Which I think I will probably copy over some of the pools as well, if I can grab the solid ones and not the hollow ones. Because what I really need to do is I need to make everything out of the same block and then hollow it to get the effect that I want. I may have to turn my render distance down. It is not happy with me. We don't need me blue screening again. I'll turn it down to 20 for now. I may just also need to restart Minecraft after hopping back and forth a few times. I'm double checking to make sure my browser didn't open. Okay. So we're gonna grab some more stuff. We might grab some of the tide pools and mountain stuff. Yeah, they've been chasing down a lot of bugs and stuff. Like, we've got a whole bunch of banned blocks and other things right now, and it looks like the apple leaves from Let's Do Vinery are causing problems right now too, and mincers from Let's Do, which is unfortunate because we like the Let's Do mods a lot, but if they're not gonna cooperate. Yeah, press apple leaves and mincer. Gravity blocks. Oh yeah, I definitely have a memory leak. It doesn't usually run this bad. Oh, and of course there's all those supplementary things that cause problems. Okay, I think those mountains are going to have to just get built completely custom from scratch again. Do I want that one or... Sadly, I don't think I ever modeled this specifically out of wool. Okay, yeah, I am gonna restart Minecraft. This is crazy. Hold, please. I've never had the FPS drop that low without shaders on. Okay, I won't say never. I've had it drop that low when it was about to crash because I accidentally made an ocean at Y level 200. But that is not what I did just then, so it should not be lagging that bad. Oh, there's potentially a better way of mud making. Oh, is it the faucet thing? Just glug glug. Yeah. It would be cool if that worked. I see the concern about crashing though. Come on, Minecraft, you can do it. Maybe I'll turn Task Manager on just so I can see my computer struggle for its life. What in the world? Caster Labs lost its connection to YouTube. Do 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 do. Come on, Minecraft. Hopefully I didn't break it. Okay, there it goes. Yay! I can move my camera again! I'm lost. Where am I? Okay, I'm gonna break these. Because that's remnants of old terrain. I think I do have a backup of this exported somewhere. But I think it's not anywhere in, whatchamacallit. Brain? Come on, Brain, you can do it. It's not anywhere in wool or planks. Which is super unfortunate because that's kind of what I need. But I can definitely make do because I made do with one of the other floating bits and bobs that I retextured. I just need to get stuff like this off of it. Oh, this one's hollow. Never mind, I don't want a hollow one. Next. Which, of course, this one I didn't do the drain and stuff on yet. I'm gonna have to yoink it off of one of these. I think I'm gonna have to yoink it off of that one. I'll check this one. Because this one I did do the floor. Okay, that's yellow concrete, but it's hollow. Ugh, I hope they're not all hollow. I do have a workaround for if they're hollow. In fact, I might just have to do the workaround on this one. Now that I'm thinking about it. So we're gonna clean this up real quick. Because there are some blocks that are shared between the old terrain and this, like this, I think that's eroded deep slate. Or sanded. Is it eroded or sanded? It's sanded. But there's little enough of it that I can just break it. Not much happened. I am going to do a workaround to fill this build back in once I clean up the extra blocks that don't need to be here, like this chalk and black stone. Ooh, maybe some of that does need to be there. Pain. But I only have myself to blame for this one. Yeah, load-bearing blackstone is correct. Cursed as it is, I know I can fix this. It's extra time, but it'll be fine. How low does this actually need to go? So I might be able to also chop off some of this. Whee! Alright, so let's say I put a sculpt block like right there. And I grab that with the box select tool. And we go there for a second. Is that the same height? No. Okay, we move it down one. No, there's actually a lot of aesthetics for Team Obsidian. One of the things with Team Obsidian is it doesn't have one unified aesthetic. So everything, for the most part, is going to be different. I'm using everything as a very loose term there, but it's not like the pond where everything is medieval based, at least for now. On Fridays, we wear purple. All right, we're gonna fill this with... what did I fill the pillars with? Whee! I want my speed back. Pink wool? Magenta wool. All right, we have a platform. Now then. We're going to do some shenanigans. And when the bosses aren't looking, we do war crimes. Right, I have to turn my speed back down. I might have to turn my shaders back on so we can all see. Here, we'll try soulless shaders. Actually, no, we will do my complementary, because I remember turning off soulless shaders crashed my Minecraft yesterday. Well, that's the neat thing. Obsidian's not really the evil team. Gil. Sometimes I just don't even get the hinges out of the box. Yeah, we're team greater good. I'd say that's pretty close. And that's obviously just with what we know of Vert's plans. I know he said he's working on like a lot of stuff for Team Obsidian specifically. I broke through. Not quite intended. Do do. All right, we need. Whoops. Okay, that was load bearing. Is that one load bearing? Is that one? Yes. Well, that one? That one? Okay, I can break those. I'm hoping I can just cut this off. Sippies? I can sippies. All right, the choices are tea or fresca because I don't have water. Oh, I need that on that range. That's true. Tea is mostly water. Y'all are getting to see me have to suffer my past mistakes. I'm drinking some tea that my partner's parents brought back from China. It's really tasty. It's like this really nutty flavored oolong. Black tea. All right, there's a chance I can trim this just fine. I really made a mess in here though, good lord. Yeah, I really like chai too. The problem is I had chai in Germany at a Turkish cafe, and now nothing can compare. I may leave some of these extra blocks inside just to make it easier for actually building this. Right, now I know where I am. At least right now, I don't think it's mandatory. The team forms are more of like a special thing. Yeah. As of the moment, all of the teams have special forms. I also want to hear. I'm so curious about any obsidial mons that people are going with. How did this happen? Hello? Some of the mess inside of the hollowed out builds I'm really confused by. I don't know how this one happened. Oh, and I guess it's creating that. That can stay. What the heck is this? I don't think Vert's revealed all of the lore stuff around the obsidian forms yet, so you may also change your mind as he reveals more stuff. Of course. I am happy to answer what questions I can. Like, we've talked some story stuff with Vert recently, but I'm not sure if it's public information yet, so I won't repeat it, obviously. But just know that there's stuff in the works for obsidian lore right now that could alter your opinion. And I don't mean that in a propaganda way. Okay, yay, I can break that one. What about that one? Yay! Honestly, one of the ways I look at it, or like if you're going to apply, which like I know you are, but just if you in the general sense, build style is definitely something I would recommend looking at. That was the main thing that I looked at when I applied, because I've followed Vert and Duck both for like quite a while. So I was just like, oh God, how do I pick? Especially with ADHD brain. ADHD brain and decisions is sure a thing. But I don't super vibe with personally building medieval. Like, I like doing it on occasion, but I like having just more aesthetics going on. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I found Vert and Duck because I was watching Battlecraft. I forget which season. Me and numbers, not the greatest. I discovered Seb like independently of everything because he just started popping up on my recommended one day with his Forever World. Oh, maybe it was because I was on a binge of Forever World videos and the algorithm knows I also like Cobblemon. That's probably what happened. The algorithm was algorithming in the correct way for once. Hi, Mudkip. I mean, Mock's dojo is essentially like medieval Japanese castle. Oh, I need to put that back. But when I was first applying, I definitely was like, oh, if the pond is all medieval, plus also I am an eldritch character, it makes a lot more sense to go obsidian. Give me that. Okay. Hi, Launch. I'm almost done rectifying my mistakes and then I can actually start doing things again. If I don't do this now, I'll forget is my biggest problem. And then I'll be mad when I come and find out it's not hollow because I'll absolutely forget. My problem is I need to unhollow everything and then hollow it again. Because mistakes were made, especially with this specific aspect of the build. I see you, block. There we go. We'll do that. Not yet. I have to get these bits and bobs out of here, and then I'm gonna fill it with the magenta wool. There's gonna be some extra blocks left over from something else I did, but I'm not too worried about those because they're cheap blocks. I just realized that there is a setting that I should turn on in Axiom while I'm streaming. What's it under again? Where are the Axiom settings? Oh, where could they be? do, 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 do. Is it under view? Why don't I just Google it? Yeah, I love the area selector. Let's see, axiom. Oh, is it really there? Oh, it is. There we go. Now you guys can see my key presses. I forgot that I could show key presses like Blender. I don't really do any hotkey shenanigans for the most part, but at least I don't think I do. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, that's that done. Oh, really? I need to bring this out more? Okie dokie. It's gonna be awkward. Side effects include bouts of madness, the void looking back and getting winky, throwing oneself at wardens, researching the radiations and nuances of obsidiforms, craving for power, sleepiness, willingness to antagonize waterfowl. Some weight loss may happen, sleeplessness, seeing things in the dark, wondering how they're doing, wanting to join them in their limitless freedoms, free from the constraints of society, and runny nose. Don't contact a doctor if you experience any of these. All right, past me. What did you do over here? See, the problem with the way that you typed that, Sai, is my inner southerner just read that in a full drawl. It just went side effects. Honestly, Dirk, that is so fair. All right, we are going to do some quick tool shenanigans to fix this. Crap, what color wool? We'll do it in that, sure. Oh man, I don't have my settings from earlier. I think it was this, roughly. Ooh, I need smaller ellipsoid, please, and thank you. Oh, and I need extended ground. So I'm pretty sure this gray wool, or at least most of this gray... Oh, God. I keep doing this. I keep forgetting that happens. I keep forgetting. Bye-bye. Hey, at least I didn't make an ocean all the way up here again. Right, that's why I didn't do that way. Boop. There we go. Confirm. Fill. Magenta. Hey. All right. Why did only some of it go through is what I want to know. All right. Now that we've done that. Oh no! Why is it like this? Hello? Why? What happened here? Okay. For the sake of my own sanity, I am gonna go check if any of the others are solid still. Okay, this one's technically solid. Hello? What happened? I am so confused how that happened. And I also don't like the edge on that one. I may just have to take the L on this structure specifically. Okay, I think we're officially just taking the L on that one Which means I did just waste a bunch of time. But also, it means I'm gonna go grab this one. Yeah, let me zoom out far enough to see it. And we're gonna hope that it doesn't fill my ice ball. I think it goes to there. It's gonna touch part of the tree, but whatever. Move that down, and then I'll have to clean that up later. So you're saying Operation Fill. We have a problem. Nope, we still have a problem. I'm thinking, how can I do this? I may just extrude the platform underneath to fill it. Hello? It might be simplest to do this. I'm also gonna replace this with dirt for a second. Oops, no. No, 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 replace mud with dirt. And then we're going to extrude, and we are going to do an obscene. We're going to replace the grass with dirt. There we go. And then we're gonna do that. And then, oh, it shouldn't have done that either. Kind of looks cool, but that is not what was supposed to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I see. I understand. I know what happened. I forgot that there's mud in the gradient. That's what happened. That's why it got replaced. There's definitely part of me that's like, I could just leave this specifically hollow. Because what in the hell? Ugh, screw it. The problem of my brain hyperfixating on trying to fix something. I just have to remember to tell anyone who helps me with the actual build, hey, just replace this crap with netherrack or stone on the inside. Ugh. Oh, Lord have mercy. What have I done? So I'm having problems. I'm gonna go reselect that probably. Oops. Big oops. I'm also gonna do it the smarter way. I'm gonna make and use the schematic thingy so that I don't have to keep hopping back and forth. All right. Let's select this again and also make the speed not slow as all hell. We do this and we send it down some. And we do this. And we do it out to here. And up these. And it goes back to there-ish. Copy. Export schematic. Save. It takes a little bit because it's on it's going onto my external hard drive. All right, now I need I think I'll grab it from here. 'Cause I think it's still solid. Yeah, it's still solid. And this is also before I put the anchor points on it. So I don't want that one. I want... Is it hollow over here? Darn it. All right, technically this one's easier to hollow out though. Maybe. I mean, fill. I'm just so confused. I could have sworn that I had a version where everything was still solid. Okay, Dirk, this is going to be really, really cursed. But lately my task of like, oh, I'm burned out on this project, I need to work on something else, has been making trees for people on Origins. That and like making habitats. There's always stuff that people need help with or habitats I want to make. But the tree addiction has been going crazy. Like, if I do as Sai suggested, I'm actually going to be changing my shop to be tree related, making custom trees for people. Are these? Ooh, these are solid still, aside from whatever weirdness is going on down here. I don't know what happened down there, but I could grab just all of that. Bakery and botanicals. Okay, it's funny you say that, right? Because when I was in my teens and I was really, really, really obsessed with Sailor Moon, I was a big fan of Sailor Jupiter and somehow got it into my head that I should have a bakery slash florist as like my job goals. Okay, new plan. This is going to be a large selection. I bet I know why I didn't do this. Is this the platform I think it is? Yes, it is. Those are different enough I can probably delete them after the fact. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. Whoop. And whoop. And do I need to whoop it on this side? Or are we good? All right, we're gonna copy that much. And work from there. I'd need to rename my my shop to Applin's Munchies if I did that, Gil. Yes, I'm just naming this one help. I should, in theory, be able to just paste that into the origin dupe. All right. Lord have mercy. Okay. Paste and select. When am I wanting to fight the Wither for stars? I can probably do that just about any time starting tonight or tomorrow. Well, there's still the whole I need to get Wither skeleton skulls first, but all right, we are gonna get rid of the grass blocks so that I can paste this in better. Alright, I was out of distance for these. I'll probably need to replace the dirt too, thinking about it. Oh my god, so many Burmies. Hello, Burmy. See, these lines are one of the reasons I wanted to redo the terrain, but there's parts of the terrain I want to keep. So we're just gonna deal with some of this. Okay, and then I am gonna have to clear selection so I can get rid of my tower stuff. Come on, fingers, you can do it. There's that gone. There's that. I have the Warframe loadout thing on Twitch. I don't know why it shows up while I'm in Axiom though. It should not show up while I'm in Axiom. I wonder what other annoying surprises I'm gonna find left over in my builds. Ew, it's always there? I thought it could be closed. If it's literally always there and can't be closed, I will probably remove it. Wait, I didn't select the... I guess I didn't select the bottom. Okay. Oops. Wait, what's spawning up here? Oh, I see. Burbs. I saw the red and was like, what in the world? Oh. I felt kind of bad for that one. All right. How do I want to get rid of these? I could use melt. Or I could just use the select tool like a normal person. Wee. Wee. I need to go through and just change everything to the same dang filler block. Was I out of range? Or is that just dirt? No, I was in fact out of range. Replace yellow concrete and dirt with magenta wool. Okay, not everything was selected is another problem. Hi, Luna. What you up to, twin? Are you here to watch me go insane? This is still so scary. I may leave this floating and go back to drawing on terrain shortly. Just because I realized I'm being really silly. Like really, really silly. But also, I could just fix the silly real quick. After I get rid of my floating crystal that's not supposed to be here. Stained glass, the kind from chipped inside of normal stained glass and whatnot, is a great way to make something look like it has a crystal structure, by the way. Right, I think I can mass remove the dirt with what I'm thinking of doing too. But I am going to remove, let's see. I am going to delete some of this real quick. Because now that I've noticed it, it's making me smudge. Because I wanted that to be flat. That's probably fine to be like that, but I'm probably gonna just do a little of that, do a little of that, bye. And then we're gonna yeeteth a bunch of this too. We will select, I guess, starting there. Go up there, increase it more because it's probably not high enough. Move it back because it's definitely not far enough. And then we're gonna drag it across. I want all of that gone. And I'm probably going to do something a little unhinged when I reselect this, but it'll be fine. Hey, an 8. Fancy. Theoretically, in the long term, what I'm thinking of doing will make this a lot easier, though. And we like theoretically easier, right? Right. So we're gonna drag it all the way out here. And all the way over. All the way over here. Wee! Lag! Let me get closer so I'm not lagging as much. Wee! Honestly, at this point, yeah, theoretical is close enough. A theoretical improvement is better than what we're dealing with. Do I need to drag this back any further? I'll drag it back just a teensy bit. Alright, this is gonna get a little weird for a hot minute. Especially since this is apparently 21.8 million blocks. So bear with me. Alright. First of all, I guess there's no dirt, so we're gonna select the spruce. And we're going to change all of the spruce to magenta wool. And we're going to look and see if it actually happened. Okay, there is dirt on the bottom, but I can get rid of that easy once I'm done with this. All right, next up, we are going to double check something over here real quick. All right, chat, I need you to remember eroded blackstone for me, okay? Eroded blackstone and sanded blackstone. Now we are going to select a lot of things. We're not going to select any of the stuff that should be for the tree. Where in the hell did I use granite stairs? All right, we're gonna do this a different way. Deep slate. Boop, boop, boop. I said boop, boop, boop. Okay, there we go. Basalt. Boop. Diorite. Andesite. Stone. I think the mossy ones can stay, the massive stone bricks can stay, and we are going to do the sanded and eroded, but we'll put them back. All right, what are we missing? We're missing what? Black chalk? Yeah, black chalk, tuff, and sanded tuff. Pixel art is hard. Black chalk. Problem is some of this is out of render distance, so I'm gonna have to do this a couple times probably. I don't remember putting ash sand in here anywhere. It's the tuff again, like the normal tuff. Did I get all of this back here though, at least? Yes, okay. We're almost at a point where I don't mind plopping this down there somewhere. What kind of biome am I going for? So this is for my base biome. I'm just redoing almost everything. So it's similar to what you've seen before, where it's all dark and... what's a good descriptive word? I got distracted by the Jupiter. Oh, I know how I can get rid of the dirt. I can just select it. Dirt. Replace with air. What are you? Pink wool? No pink wool. No pink wool allowed. Thank you. All right, is there anything else I need to replace? Yeah, I want all of the wool to be the same color for the moment. In fact, it makes my life a lot easier if it's all the same color. It does mean I have to reselect my entire monstrosity up here, but that should be fine. Since I have to reselect it, I'll go ahead and fix the Blackstone platform now. Oh yeah, I love water with shaders. Which Blackstone did I use here? Cut blank. And then I need to do the same over here, I think. Just don't make a dome of water like you did. I mean, I did have to drain a bunch of the abyssal cradle the other day. Water, sometimes too much. Because the farms are up and running at the Abyssal Cradle now, and that necessitated draining an entire structure of water, which I have not had to do before. Okay, we're gonna change that to eroded blackstone, and then we are going to select all of the eroded blackstone. It looks like the sanded... Did the sanded survive? Or is it just being funny? Or maybe it looks like that because of the angle. Don't mind the selected 14,619 blocks. Nothing to worry about here. Night, Gil. I almost typed in sanded Gil. Okay, is that varied now? I just want it to be more varied. Okay, yes, it is varied now. So that's that fixed. Now we can reselect the entire thing. I'm sure there's an easier way to select this whole thing. But I've gotten used to just using the box select tool like this. Is this high enough of a selection? Looks like it. Cut. Lag. Yay. All right. Oh. Wait, did I actually need to flatten out more down here? Oops. Oopsies. Funny how that works. I didn't think it was this big. All right. What we'll do is we will find a good spot for it to nestle into, which is probably going to be like right there. Which means it's going to go over this river more than I wanted. So I'm... Oh, actually, wait. Pause. No, FPS, I don't want you to pause. Okay. If I'm fine with being offset from the central point, then this is fine. This isn't even half of it, Luna, is the problem. Oh, I think I want to raise this up. Yeah, I think I want it like that level. And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about this. But that's a lot easier to clean up than trying to clean up the inside of the mountains. Because, like, extending this down or bringing the terrain up isn't too big of a problem. I do think I might actually have to delete the terrain that I drew in earlier because I didn't realize how large this is. But I think that placement's good. Because like this is going to be roughly the center point of the builds over here. I did want it closer and I did want the platform centered, but we may just have to take the L on that. But also, because see, if I move it to be centered, or more centered, I can make more terrain over there, but this goes almost all the way to the habitat Luna's gonna build. Which means fixing like a ton of rivers too. So it may honestly be better to have it offset. Yeah, I think I'm going to tweak the rivers regardless. I'm gonna try not to have to do too much to the rivers, obviously, but let me... It's like that kind of just melds into the river, and then this overlaps a little bit, but I can do something about that. Oh god, am I gonna have to do a makeover on 2 Gimme Ghoul towers? I mean, it's thematic. That one might have to get demolished, though. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's part of why I'm working on this where I am, Luna, is I want to, is that too high? This is gonna be out of build height limit. Oh. I am struggling. Okay, we're gonna have to remember the approximate location. There's at least 2 Gimme towers over here that I'm gonna have to deal with, Mudkip. There's one in the desert and the one in the jungle. Oh, I'm finding remnants of my dirt platform, I see. I definitely don't mind overlapping multiple biomes with some of what I was thinking of doing. But, Alright, what I'll do is I will paste and select that there just to make sure it's not clipping with anything. Might clip back here. Or are we good? Oh. Yeah, I suspect most people on the server aren't going to be able to load this as a single schematic. If I was building in the sky, The things I would do with water and glass. Alright. I'm gonna move the shale outcroppings. Because they are unfortunately in the way. We'll just put them above this for now. Assuming that's legal build height limit. If not, we will pivot. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right. Now that hello. There are, in fact, witchcrafty things going on here. Hello, Ghastly. I don't know why you spawned there, but sure. Oh, there's some leftover wool. Hello, Earthworm. All right, we do that, we do that. I'm creating a custom biome for my base area on the Cobblemon Origins SMP. It's currently blocked out in obnoxious wool so that I can tell what's happening better. Forgetting I'm on higher speed. All right, and then we need to take a bunch of this down in elevation because it's going to annoy me. So not extrude, elevation, flatten down. We'll do it on continuous, that's fine. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. Let's try that again, but with slightly different settings. Your Minecraft won't load? What happened? Alright, why is this being funny? Is it because of the Y limit I set? I guess I could technically take the box tool and do this as well. But I want to try and do some stuff with the terrain on the edges. Oh, there's a desert temple right there. I don't remember seeing that on Survival, but okay, we will make an attempt with that. Oh, did it? Oh, we might be fine. What is that the inside of? I have an easy solution for that amount, at least. I think. Actually, I have a smarter idea. Okay, a semi-smarter idea. An almost smarter idea. This is a little difficult at the speed I'm at. Close enough for government work, maybe, possibly. But also, I could just fix it. What is that? Is that water? Oh, that's part of the tree. Okay, that's fine. I will not commit murder over that. Good catch, Durg. So I definitely did not notice. Right, how do we deal with this? I could take a chunk out of this with the melt tool. I'm not against that. I think some of this I will actually use the box tool on. Just because it's so high and I don't want to have to fix the wool again. That was kind of satisfying. So we have two options for the biome, really. We could stay at roughly Y level 66 to Y level 70 for the lowest part, or we could sink it down. And I'm not sure which idea I like better. Yeah, that would help make it mesh in better. I do agree. I think I might actually have to copy air. While bringing this down. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, but if I do that, it's going to delete the desert temple. Okay, fine. I needed to do some more flattening then, probably, maybe, possibly. Actually, no, I can leave it up on those edges and see how that helps me or not with blending it in. Any other pesky bits? I'm not sure how to work in this water, but we'll figure out something. All right, we will not be copying air. Is that everything? Okay, we're good. Confirm. Cut. Find the widget. And we're gonna just move it straight down since we had placed it where we wanted it pretty much. We're gonna attempt to figure out what level that means we're placing it on. We're gonna raise it up more. Oh, I see what's happening. Pokemon are not gonna like that. I missed a slice, but it's fine. The humble Jupiter getting a custom biome planted on him. Yeah, that is probably one very confused friend. See, this is one of the reasons I don't want to sink it down too much, is there's this huge mine shaft here and I don't want to deal with that. Alright, so if we go back here, there will be like hints of the biome if you're coming in from Void's side, but then you'll have to get closer and you won't be able to see anything unless you're running Distant Horizons. I think I'm okay with that. We're gonna do something temporary just because I want to see how it looks like actually plopped into the biome, because I haven't done that yet. Let's see, we're gonna go to Noise Painter and we're gonna go to my Worley pattern and we're going to make brush big, and we're going to select only the magenta wool, which is going to take a few clicks. Because this is many millions of blocks, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it. I see some stragglers. Did we get all of it in the back? Okay, close enough. Now that we have that selected, I will actually go into the Noise Painter. I'm going to do it from up here because I can actually do it all on one screen without having to move around. I haven't seen this like in this biome yet, and I want to make sure I do in fact like this gradient. right, some of it didn't get painted. That's fine. Honestly, I'm digging the crevasse opening. So I will actually leave that. I'll probably touch up some of these, and I think I'm going to change the sand and the stone layer to mud for the vibes. But other than that, I'm digging it. I think I might have to touch up this one a bit more. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do something about this river. I might be able to just punch along the edges and punch through it in places. That might be sufficient. We'll see though. Later, Derg. And thank you. All right, did that Control Z effectively, or am I going to have to do it multiple times? You're welcome for the conversion. Well, I guess I'm putting a reskinned desert temple inside of my mountain somewhere. But now I can actually I can actually paint terrain. You know, if I pick something other than a magenta candle. I am going to take a quick stretch break though. So I will BRB. And I will be back in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, I am back for a little bit. I put my keyboard tray in the right position anyway. I am noticing a problem with my my build here. Are we seeing the problem? What I'm learning is that I should probably hide some spawn blocks around in here so that we don't have this problem. Right quick, because I don't want to forget again. Select like there and go across to here-ish and forward. And we're gonna replace that with and these and those. Okay, that should be good. Replace those with mud. Quiet, no go. Oh, I know why no go. In that case, I'm gonna do it later. Ah. And instead, we're gonna clean that up real quick. We're gonna go back to our rock tool. And we're going to start doing rock things. Maybe less extended ground and more weird terrain. Try to blend in that shale outcropping look a little bit more. Probably get rid of some of this foliage again. Thanks, Luna. Have a good eat. I don't like how that placed. We're gonna create some more funny outcroppings. Excuse me. Oh, we're gonna have to get rid of some of the wool because I'm making this harder on myself. This part is definitely getting done a little bit out of order, but I think I can handle it. How about we extend to ground? And then we undo extend to ground. Like, part of this can be covered, which is fine. But that's definitely getting rebuilt at some juncture. This section can definitely be inside the mountain. I just have to make sure that I set myself up for success on actually building the mountain around it. Because this order of operations isn't quite what I intended to do. Oh my god, there's so many Burmy. That'd be kind of like a cool hole to have. Like the shelved hole. And honestly, if I can stop at that river and not go past here, that'd be great. So I was prepared to go over like this far, but if I don't have to, I'd be super down for that. I think we will extend a ground while building this up and make sure that things are getting filled in correctly. Double check that I want this filled in, and the answer is yes, I do. We're just gonna fill it in real quick so I don't keep questioning it. I may make this brush bigger. No, not that. I think something I might do to make this work is I might temporarily fill this hole in, or like put a layer across it with a temp block, just so that I can build on top of this. Because that should preserve this area. And then I can manually clean up the wool in there. That's a cool view, going through there and then like you're looking down on the structure. That'll be a lot cooler once I actually create one. Hey Bolake, yeah, I am working on the custom biome that my base is going to go in. I'm just modeling everything out of the magenta wool first. Well, not quite everything. So it's probably gonna go down to the ocean here. I think I approximated it as 800 blocks in length, roughly. Yeah, it is the same seed. They gave us the seed information so that we can make our own single player versions for planning as necessary. Nah, I'm not the water gym leader. We haven't figured out gym stuff yet, in fact. What if I flatten a bunch of this? Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly how I'm gonna handle this, actually. I'm gonna use my trusty octahedron. And we're going to make a gorge. There is going to be a cave, just not a Kyogre cave. Yeah, I can fill that in, that's fine. Have to make sure that I'm careful of that one area. That I don't get too excited. It's funny you say that because the Abyssal Cradle sort of has a sunken Coliseum. Not entirely, but... How's that shape? I like that shape. Except for this spot right here. That is annoying me, and I need a really small brush for it. And then I need a really small melt brush. That's better. And then I need a really small melt brush for that, and for some of that. Oh, sorry, Burmy. I don't have the cradle on this copy of the world, or else I'd zip over there real quick. Let's see, how's that for an ellipsoid side? Turn off extend to ground. We want our shale plates going up this. Yeah. I'll have to figure out a cool build to replace this with. I'm actually mostly a dragon type trainer. Mostly. We are going to make our placeholder layer real quick. Yeah, there's not many water. I'm not actually sure how I want to handle this, because I kind of want... I might want people to access this from either up here or the tunnel. Maybe I'll leave it alone for now and stew on it. Yeah. We're gonna put a unofficial town on this blackstone plate. Vert and Duck both saw what I've been getting up to and were excited at the prospect of a custom biome. So we should be fine. Yeah, they get very excited about lore. My build is partially on the creative server. So one night when we were all on, they both came over on separate days to check it out. Ooh, I had a selection. That explains a lot. Avert's also on vacation right now. And yeah, our builds have to get approved. So the creative server is really important for that. They're always watching. They may not say anything, but they are always watching. Oh, what if this was exposed like this instead of fully inside? Or do we think it should be inside the mountain entirely? Exposed in the sense that, like, there's this, like, crater here in addition to the skylight. Because this is a pretty cool view, but Yeah, I'm trying to make it more reef-like because of how much I like these outcroppings out here. I'm putting in more of these like shale slash coral looking bits. I didn't like how fast I'm flying around, but that's besides the point. Excuse me. I was planning on putting some like fossils and whatnot in here. Like, obviously nothing that's too much for the server's rating, but definitely like some vibes, you know? I kind of want to keep that too, just because that looks neat. The lore on this is a secret right now because this is part of a joint project between me and Void Saber. Between the two of us, there's going to be like 3 giant builds. As we were approved for this like whole mangrove swamp and desert. I can say if things go to plan, there will be server-related events that take place here, but we'll see. Oh, do I keep this or not? Like, this is really cool generation, but if I demolish it, that's more resources that we can all grab. So I think I will flatten. Oh no. Too far. For the glory of terracotta and sand. And also for my gorge idea. I think I need to increase the height on this. Oh, go to that. Surely that'll be fine. Bonus of doing it on the seed instead of my super flat world is also that I can show it to them and be like, hey, are you sure you don't want me to scale back? Are you absolutely positive you do not want me to scale this back? It's like, I'm happy to go just absolutely crazy with this, but I want to make sure that they're sure that this size is okay. Especially when no one else is going this crazy. Ooh, cool cave. Ooh, and it goes all the way down. So that's another part that I could work in. Ooh, this could be like a giant sinkhole. Like I could draw around this one so that it's just one of the sinkholes for tide pools. And I can keep some of these. I need to do something about all of this foliage though. So we're going to clear foliage. So that we have less problems. Oh, and these floating blocks are water. I see. Get rid of the lava. Get rid of that lava. Yeah, I definitely want that to be exposed. I think that's a cool cave. Oh. Hello. I see. So we have a dungeon. Oh, that would be really cool to have exposed too. Okay, I think I want both of those exposed, and then the rest, for the most part, can go. Where's the dungeon again? So that I don't forget the dungeon, I'm gonna do something that's gonna look really bad. But that will help me with remembering it's there and doing something with it. I could technically break it, but it would be nice to have spawners nearby for stuff. What kind of spawner is this, actually? Ew, it's a spider spawner. What if I just deleted it? You know, what if we didn't use that? What if I just, oops. What if I just went like this and did that? And then that. And then just filled it back in with stone. Oh, I'm sorry, Bramblin. We have flax, which just grows and you can turn it into string. So we're very, very good on string. Because one flax is one string. I think I have like 1,000 something flax seeds in my storage right now. Night, sigh. All y'all going to bed is clearly a sign that I need to sleep soon. I think I know how I'm going to deal with this river. Yeah, it's late here too. It's 12:20 at night. What do you mean I won't, though? No, I used to live in New York for a bit, but I'm from the South. Yeah. Same time zone, multiple hours south. Ooh, I did not mean to take it that far. We go to there. Good night. Okay, that does go into the cave. We can't have that. No more extended ground for the moment. Might have to do keep existing, maybe? Let's see. Or I can do that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. I saw more purple. Where was it? Or was it just inside? Oh, no, it's there. Ooh. I see that goes through. Good enough. All right, now we need more octahedrons. Correction. We need more octahedrons with extended ground. Hopefully that didn't go inside. It did, but maybe it'll be easy to clean up. We'll see. And then what if we built this out with the shale outcroppings again? But on like a thickness of 2. And then maybe a smaller radius for some of it. That's better. I have to turn my speed down. I also don't like this bit. This needs more shape. But also less covering of the water. If I did. Okay, not quite what I want there, but we can work with that. We'll just have to clean that up. Right now, I think we can start building up the mountains next stream. I just need to make sure I make a note of these settings. I might turn the noisiness down. Yeah, I think that might actually be good. Right. Alrighty. I'll probably deal with this river off stream, but we'll see. I think I know how to fix it though. I think I can select the pink wool and then use the melt tool to just melt along the line of the river. And that should let me punch through pretty easy. But that is for later. For now, I'm gonna save, for one thing. Save and quit title. Most important step. And then I am am going to find someone to raid into on the Twitch side of things. I can't raid on YouTube as far as I'm aware, so we won't be doing that on the YouTube side. So if you want to join in the raid, make sure you're on the Twitch side. And we're gonna find someone who's playing Minecraft. I don't think anyone that I know is playing this late. So let's see who's playing and doing what. We shall raid Omni Aries. They're playing Cobblemon. So send some love their way, and thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I will probably see y'all tomorrow if my cough isn't too bad. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.